So this is going to be a little bit long. So everybody knows that I talk about suicide and depression a lot, and how I'll always go out to try to help people. I can't tell you how many times that I've placed wellness calls when I can't get any kind of contact, or if someone says something and they're not contacting me back. I will do some investigating, and if I don't know where they are or they live, I'll find in their profile, maybe if they list a town or a city, or if they don't do that, then I'll look at a list of maybe places because sometimes people will list places that they've been, or go down their profile to find anything I can. I've stayed up hours and hours doing these sometimes, and I need more than two hands to count how many times I place wellness calls on people, because of course I don't want anybody taking their own life. I mean, I've dealt with that, so I know how desperate things can get. So I'm not going to use the person's name, but a little over a year ago, a friend, and I use that loosely now, was messaging another friend of mine saying how desperate they are, and how life sucks, and all the usual things that come with someone who's on the verge of harming themselves. So this friend took it upon themselves to message me, because they know how I am and how I can talk to people. And of course I'm not a professional, but someone has to be the first line of defense. Someone has to say, let me see what I can do, because I've lost many friends to suicide. I've almost lost myself to suicide, because no one was there. I want to be that person to just whatever you need to get out of your system, let it all out. So I messaged the person in need and got the same thing, life isn't worth it, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Then he stopped messaging me for a little bit, and I was getting concerned, obviously. So yes, I started trying to dig through his profile to see if I can find a relative, or this person's across seas, so yes, I can call there, but can't call the police through Facebook. And so I did come across a friend of his, and I don't know how close, so I was messaging people, and no one was responding right away. So I tried messaging this person again, and I get someone claiming to be someone else, and how he found this guy's phone, and he's a landlord or something of the building that this guy lives in, and that my friend is dead. Police are there, and blah blah blah. So yeah, in the beginning, I bought into it, thinking I was panicking. I was going crazy. But the more I chatted with this person, the more that it didn't sound right. There was different things that he was saying that it was almost sounding like it was him. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but that's not for me to judge. I just try to keep putting pressure, like how are you in his apartment? If the police are coming, isn't that a crime scene? Blah blah blah. Anyways, this person flipped out on me, and it's like, for fuck's sake, he's gone, he's dead. Stop fucking messaging me. I'm trying to deal with this right now. Blah blah blah. So I let it low. I let it. Maybe he needed space. Message later on. Get the same thing. So, of course, I'm buying into this now, and like I said, this was a little over a year ago, so 1 year goes by. Oh, actually, sorry, over a year, because I was in the hospital a couple months ago, and, a lot of people who, if you follow my page on Facebook, you know that I was in the hospital, and, well, I finally decided to go back and thank some people, or like hearted, or, well, I come across a comment from this friend. Mind you, it's been over a year. Sorry we're so close. It's been over a year. Sorry, I'm really annoyed right now. So maybe it's not the greatest camera work, but anyways. So I message, and of course I'm angry because it's been well over a year, and this is the first time that you're messaging me to say, hey, sorry, I needed space. Hey, sorry. His excuse was that he gave somebody the phone and told them this. Told him to tell people that he was dead because he was better off. Life was better off if he wasn't alive anymore. It's some bullshit. So, of course, I'm upset. I'm leaving him voice messages, basically, because if anybody could see me that day, I was a barrel of emotions. And I have a couple people that I was talking to who was trying to talk to me to calm me down. I just didn't appreciate someone telling me that your friend is dead. I understand that, yes, you need a space, fine. But you don't do that to people. I don't care what space you're in, what frame of mind you're in. You wanted to tell your friend to tell us something? Tell us, hey, my friend needed a break from everything, and he is not going to be using his phone for all that, or something. You don't tell people that he's lying on the floor in front of you and the police are coming to take him away. That's some kind of cool fucking prank. And regardless of how, like, if you felt that way, I understand. I've been there. I've done that. But over a year, you couldn't have come back a couple weeks after that, maybe 2 months or 3 months, and say, hey, I needed to regroup myself. I needed to do this. Now, here's the kicker. Instead of being sorry that he put a lot of people through this, he's mad at me for being upset. Saying, I never cared about him. I'm the most selfish person in the world. I'm a prick. I'm a asshole. I'm a fat ass. All because I was upset that I thought my friend was dead now. So he kept telling me, don't message me anymore. But I had to get this was 15 months of frustration and anger coming out. I wanted him to hear how he hurt not just me, but other people involved. But I didn't say motherfucker or anything. I was just trying to let him know that you just don't do that to people. But yet, he turns it around and says, I'm the asshole. Oh, you brought up a bad memory. Yeah, that was me too. I had to deal with that bad memory. I've lost people because I didn't read the signs correctly. If anyone knows me, the last 10 years I've been putting myself out there for people to have an open ear to talk to. Because like I said, I've been there and done that. And now I want to take what I have learned and pass it off to people. But I'm the asshole. He was literally screaming at me. And after I promised, I said, I have one last thing for you to listen to, and then I will leave you alone. So he's like, fine, piss off, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. No one likes you. I'm trying to tell our mutual friends to not be your friend anymore. So I stopped messaging him. I go to work tonight. For this same person who says, piss off, I don't want to talk to you anymore, he left 9 voice messages with the most vile stuff you could call somebody. That's what I get for worrying. That's what I get for... I stayed up for 24 hours straight, hoping to hear something. I did finally contact one of his friends that lived in the same town. He promised me he'd go over there to check on him. When he contacted me later, he said that he got no response. So what am I supposed to think? You're not responding to me, you're not responding to our mutual friends, and you're not even responding to an actual friend who lives in the same town. What am I supposed to think? "15 months. Been grieving. These laying guilt trips. I've always supported your channels. I've always supported this. Now I see what kind of fucking human being you are. I'm not supporting nothing. Don't friend request me again." Literally, like, I'm at work and I come home to 9 voice messages from the same person who said, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And keeps repeating, you had to bring up the bad memory. Yeah, because I thought you were fucking dead. I still had the screenshots of this supposed landlord. And I don't doubt maybe it was, but you were telling somebody to tell me and other people, and I found out from other people, this person gave a different story to other people, that he wasn't found. It was a gunshot. That's what I heard from another person. This guy was trying to convince me you OD'd. Call me a sick bastard for trying to staying up 24 hours to try to make sure you were all right. Messaging people I had no idea who they were. I had to make a video about this because the things he said to, and I know people angry, they say things, I get it. But everything he said about me is not me. I'm not a selfish person. I think I'm one of the most caring people especially when it comes to people talking suicidal. I still message people to this day if I see a post that sounds like you're reaching for help. Because I have a lot of people on my friends page, I don't know who they are. They friended me because I'm a friend of someone else's. But yeah, I've reached out to them. I don't know how many times I've talked to law enforcement when I do find out where someone lives. And they have this system where they can look up someone's internet name now. All they need to know is a town that they live in, the person's, their Facebook address or Instagram address or whatever, and they can find people. Sometimes when you put your heart out there and try to help people, all it does is get stumped. But I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to let this one person ruin who I am. Anyways, thank you for letting me ramble, because this is one of my escapes in life, is to do these videos, and most of the time I try to do something positive about music or wrestling or about movies, or do some funny videos, comedies, whatever. But once in a great while I have to do one of these. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Much love.